Hello. So I wanted to do another Monday, it's not quite morning anymore, but Monday morning little chat. Something that I've learned during my WildFit journey that it's really hitting home for me today. And that is my relationship with chocolate. Now, it's a little crazy to admit, but pre-WildFit, I honestly could not leave the house at any time, whether I was going to school, whether I was going to work, or just going out shopping. I could not leave the house with getting a little piece of chocolate from the fridge because, dark chocolate chilled is the best. But I couldn't leave the house without that little tiny piece of chocolate. And that was really hard. The reason being is I had tied chocolate to my happiness. I had told myself, because you hear that little bird, you hear that in your head, chocolate's supposed to make you feel better. It's supposed to improve headaches, mood, clarity, all sorts of different things. So if I have a piece of chocolate, I'm going to have a good day. And if I don't have a piece of chocolate, I'm going to have a really bad day. So I had tied chocolate so closely to my happiness, to what was going on in my life, that I had to have a piece every time I left the house because I didn't want to jinx it. I didn't want to have a bad day. Now, post WildFit, one of my biggest wins from WildFit is I no longer need chocolate to have a good day. It's just the littlest thing, but it still feels so good. But now, I do occasionally still experiment and try chocolate. And what I have learned and what has really hit home for me recently is chocolate actually makes me feel worse. Chocolate makes me feel awful. I want to cry. I'm a little sad about it. But the last time, I know I make my own chocolate if I'm having chocolate, homemade chocolate. It's very good, super easy to make. I'll make that and then I'll have it and I'll notice my mood's a little off. Or I'm just not, I don't feel myself again. I feel a little off. My cravings are a little higher. And so finally I was like, okay, no more chocolate. Let's see if this changes. My mood went back up. I started to feel way better. And I'm like, maybe it really is the chocolate. Now, what happens when we have these little realizations is we often forget. We often forget that, hey, that little bit of chocolate's going to make you feel this way. You forget that until it happens again. So last night, I decided to have, it's like a chocolate protein bar. It's made of almonds, egg whites, a little bit of chocolate, and some dates. That's about it. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna have this. I'm gonna try it, see how I feel. I woke up today sad, tired, out of it, not feeling myself, just that low, mellow kind of mood. Guess what I had yesterday? Chocolate. So what I am really, really learning is that, hey, our foods really do affect our mood, our emotions, how we're feeling on a day-to-day basis. And what else does that affect in your life? For me, that affects my relationships, that affects who I'm around, that affects how I show up at work, that affects how I show up on my coaching. That's a big, big deal. So, I'm curious. How do different foods make you feel? It's not fun to learn sometimes. And do you often notice that you forget and then it just hits and you're like, that's why I wasn't eating that, or that's why I only have it every once in a while because, hey, I still like chocolate. But now I know, and now I'm definitely not going to forget that, hey, the next day I might feel a little down. So I might need to listen to a little more music or just know that the reason I'm feeling a little down, a little off is because I had chocolate. And now I need to boost my mood and boost my energy again, doing something that makes me feel good. I know that, so I'm able to work through it. I'm not stuck in this spiral going down, 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 I just want more. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm just sad. I'm tired. I just don't feel good. When you know, there's so much power when you actually know what's making you not feel good. And this is really what we work through during WildFit. It is one of the amazing things to just have that freedom, to have the knowledge of what your body's telling you, what it's saying. My body's saying, hey, I'm not a big fan of chocolate. And I'm going to watch you have a harder day today just because you had a little bit. So you're going to feel a little off, but now you're going to remember not to have it again. Bodies are very interesting, but listening to them is very, very important. So, a couple things I want you to remember today. Food really does affect how you feel. Yeah, not gonna lie. It really makes a difference in how you feel on a day-to-day basis. And the second thing I want you to remember is that if you forget that you feel awful with a certain food, it's okay. Just when you have that new reminder, remember, really build those extra experiences to help you work through it. So, hope you have a fabulous Monday. That was just the little thing I wanted to share this morning about WildFit.